Hey, this is my hour long video. Um, I remember that I really tapped into the moment. I remember allowing the moment to engulf me. I remember that I felt fear starting my Kylego sometimes. I remember allowing that fear to another vibrational state. And I remember knowing in every moment everything is well, that all was going perfectly for me. And I remember knowing that all was working out for me. And I remember appreciating the room I have and the food I get to eat and the water that comes to me and the electricity that is running through the house. And I remember appreciated how the earth is spinning perfectly in its orbit and the stars are perfectly aligned and the sun is the perfect distance from our planet to warm our planet. And I remember being thankful for gravity and how food just grows on the trees and grows on the ground and how I can go to the grocery store and get food. And I remember I was just appreciative of my car and how well it works. And I was appreciative of the plants that grew and the trees that brought me oxygen. And I appreciated just my heart. I appreciated my body. I appreciated my legs, and I appreciated all worked together to create me. And I appreciated how this galactic universe that I can't even understand works together in this perfect way that I get to exist right now. I think that is so amazing. And I remember that I allowed myself to do the vibrational work, to continue doing the work, and allowing all the emotions of fear that I'm not going to make enough money and my life's going to fall apart and that I'm not going to reach my goals and that I'm not going to be able to pay back people that I need to, and just letting that all flow away as I just tapped into this essence that was in me. And I remember knowing that tapping into this essence was the best work I could do. And I kept on convincing myself of that by doing the work and by setting up systems where I have to do the work. And I remember that I fully committed to doing this work, that it was the most important thing I did all day and nothing else could get in the way. I remember doing the vibrational work and meditating was like going to the bathroom. It was something I had to do each day. It wasn't a choice. It was something that was put in my schedule. And I remember by putting that in my schedule and being committed to this work, that everything else flowed with ease and grace. And I remember feeling the fears that were coming up as I changed the vibrational state. As if you jumped off a cliff, you would feel the fear at first. And I remember that I continued to do this, and I made a video like this every single day this week for an hour long doing this work. And I remember by creating these videos, it created change within me. And I remember that it created a vibration that I couldn't understand. And it didn't all just happen all at once. It took some time for things to develop and the things to come together. But things happened that I couldn't even imagine. And I remember that it made me feel more grounded in my body, more grounded in me, because I had to look at me in the video, which is just as much of an important part of the process. And I remember that I flowed each and every day and knew exactly where to go and exactly where to be. And it was just this vibrational flow of just essence. And every moment was more magical than the next. I remember that I used synchronicities to create my life. That synchronicities were more important than anything else. And I used synchronicities to bring forth everything I desired. I remember that I ate super healthy, ate vegetables and ate gluten-free and chewed on the video. And I remember that I allowed myself the freedom to do these things and be in this creative flow. And I didn't make it a thing that I had to do, but a thing I just allowed. And I remember that I moved my hands like this because it felt good. And I remember just being relaxed in my body. My body just relaxed. My soul just relaxed. I allowed myself to feel this essence that was running through me. I remember that I allowed myself rest, be, I allowed myself to feel. I remember that I focused on my breath. I knew I didn't have to be anywhere else. I remember that I allowed myself to put my hand on my heart more often. I put my hand on my heart more often. I said, I love you. I care for you so much, Daniel. I love you no matter what you do. I love you so much. I love you, you beautiful soul. I love you more than you could ever know. Everything you do is perfect. Everything you do is sublime. I felt the serenity that was in my heart and let that permeate through my body. I remember that I allowed my mind to wander. I remember that I allowed my heart to shine. I remember that this was a guided meditation for myself. I remember I felt this vibration. I remember allowing this vibration to feel up my body, from my little toes to my big toe, to all the toes in between, to my feet, to my ankles, to my calves, especially my right calf. My knees, my thighs, my hips, just being aware of what comes up. My stomach, my chest, my shoulders, my neck and my head, my arms and my hand. I remember that I allowed them to come up. I remember just allowing them to be there, not trying to figure out what they are, not trying to figure out what to do with them, but just being with them. Taking deep breaths. And I repeated these words: I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. I remember thinking of the person that made me feel this, going, I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. If it's two people, that's okay. I am all the power I will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. You are all the love you will ever need. You are all the power you will ever need. You are all the love you will ever need. You are all the power you will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. I am all the love I will ever need. I am all the power I will ever need. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I remember that I exercised consistently. That I allowed my body to be felt consistently. I allowed myself to move deeper and deeper and deeper into my body. I remember feeling every crevice of my body as I was moving into a new house and looking at every single room. seeing what was in there, seeing what was in my head, seeing what was in my throat. Seeing what was in my shoulders. Not doing anything about it yet. Seeing what was in my heart. Seeing what was in my hips. Seeing what's in my legs. I remember I allowed myself to slow down. I remember I allowed myself to be deeply in this moment. I remember I allowed myself to let this unfold in the perfect way. I didn't know if it would support me, and I realized that I was just scared to be here. And by allowing myself to be in the moment, I found that I was okay. I remember knowing that being in the moment was safe. I allowed myself the freedom to not have any plans and not know where I was going to go for just now. I remember I allowed myself to just be here, fully embrace everything that I'm feeling, every sensation in my body. I remember I really felt my heart. I felt my chest. I felt my stomach, and I felt my arms. I felt my legs. And I remember that my mind wanted to go somewhere else. But I allowed myself to be here. I remember for the first time, I was fully relaxed in my body. I remember for the first time, I was fully relaxed. My soul was fully in my body. I remember I felt like being in a new suit, that I was jumping in fully into this life. And I realized that jumping fully into this life was the most important thing you could do. To be fully here. To go deep within your body, down your head, to your neck, to your shoulders, to your chest, to your stomach, and deep within your hips and your root chakra. We're going to sit for a while and feel our root chakra. Really feel ourselves being anchored into the earth. We're allowing ourselves to just be deeper and deeper into our bodies, into our legs, into where the legs connect with the hips, to the butt area. I remember that everyone realized that's where their power was. And I remember that spiritual beings all over the planet were integrating their souls into their body, integrating their minds with their hearts and their bodies. And we're watching person after person integrate fully into their bodies, feel more connected than they ever had to all that is. I remember this is how we've anchored, by being fully present, being fully in our bodies. I remember that we allowed that feeling to rush through us. I remember we put our hands on our hearts and felt our heart beating. I remember we felt our heart beating. I remember we felt our soul. We breathed in and out. And then we continue to connect with ourselves. And then we continue to connect with our breath all day. We connected with this ease. I remember that we let go of any worries about money, what's going to happen in the future, or relationships, or health. And we threw it out in the wind and let it blow away. Not dismissing it, but letting it go where it's supposed to go. And feeling this deep connection to our hearts and our souls. Hmm. I remember feeling this essence that's within us. I remember feeling relaxation on a whole new level. I remember feeling relaxation go down my body, feeling every cell relax. You can open your eyes, this is too much relaxation. Feeling your whole body melt. Feel the essence of this moment. remember as we as a collective knew all was well and really felt it in our bodies. I remember we released all the little tensions in our bodies, all the little parts of our soul were fitting into every little crevice. Remember that we anchored ourselves fully in our body. I remember that we slowly got used to it, this feeling of relaxation while being awake. To your beautiful body. Allow it to feel everything. And remember that we relaxed through your nervous systems. Relaxed into the essence that is us. Relax into this knowing that all is well. Remember, we relaxed into our true nature, which is this moment. We felt our shoulders relax downward, and our chest relax. Remember, we let go of any tension in our butthole area, in our lower tailbone. Let that tension go. Remember that tension go in our body, every single part. Our neck and our shoulders, our chest and our arms. And let the dog bark. Go ahead. And I remember that we were okay when the dog interrupted our meditation, and we allowed the moment to be perfect. And we came back to reality, came back to our bodies, came back to our soul. All right, I remember my day. It turned out so well. I remember that I picked up Loretta from the airport, in conversations, and able to reconnect, which felt so good to reconnect. I remember I was able to do some Uber rides and some Lyft rides, and that felt good to get back in the swing of that, do something different. And I remember that I spent some time outside, and it felt really good. I remember I enjoyed the moment. I remember really being appreciative of what I had. Yeah, just appreciated how far I've come. Word faster. And by appreciating exactly where I am, appreciating my heart and appreciating my soul, appreciating everything I did, and appreciate the exact avatar that I am, life unfolded with such ease and grace. I didn't have to be said to be me. Life was so much easier. Life had so much more flow. Life became relaxing. became easy, and I shined bright for all to see. I remember I went to the string tree shows in Dillon. It was so much fun. I got rest that I needed. The abundance I needed flowed to me in a divine, perfect way. I remember having so much fun dancing, listening to my favorite music, allowing that to flow through my life. And I remember sticking with this Kylego for an hour. It's a long time. But I remember that by doing it, I brought myself to a new state. And every time I did it, it just got easier and easier. Just like the more times you exercise, the more times you do a job. And I remember continuing to do it, even though it was new. And just feeling the moment. And I remember allowing myself to listen to music while I did it, because that would make it more fun. And I allowed myself to just be in this moment and to trust the moment. And talk and trust and be in my body, which was the biggest step for me. Just relax into my body, relax into my soul, relax into who I am, and allow myself to have a break. And knowing that things didn't have to go the way I said in these Kylegos. I remember that I was just being in the vibration of creating and being here and setting intentions. And I remember that by reprogramming my mind to set intentions, that everything flowed through me. I felt my stomach, and I remember my digestive system healing from my new diet choices. And I remember drinking plenty of water. And I remember dancing more. I was dancing all the time. And I remember feeling the flow and allowing that to guide my life. I remember doing things that were fun, that filled me up. I remember spending my money on things that filled me up, like dancing and ecstatic dance and going to the gym and things that helped me grow. I remember using my money for the things that expanded me, the things that gave me experience. I remember painting all my models and getting them done raw so I could have so much fun playing with them. And I remember playing more games and doing more nerdy things and allowing myself to play video games if that called me. I remember allowing myself to just do things that I wouldn't do otherwise. And I remember allowing myself to change things up. And I remember changing things up each day, not doing the same thing, but kind of doing the new thing. I remember choosing the new thing as much as possible, choosing the thing I haven't done, making new types of food, eating at new restaurants, driving different ways, taking walks in different places, going to different hikes. I would change my sleeping schedule. I would change what I did in the moment just to keep myself present in that vibration. And I remember trusting 100% in the vibrational states and trusting 100% that this hour of doing this is much more worth it than doing things that I want to do. Going in nature is worth it. All these things that bring me this joy are worth doing. I remember juggling and doing performance and all these different things and continuing to just be in this essence of my vibrational high, the vibrational high. I remember chasing that high and doing the work to get there. And knowing that the more I ate better and drank water and went in nature and went in the sun and did all these things, that the better I'd feel. And the better I felt, that was the most important thing. And I remember that brought me into my heart, because I knew this life was supposed to be fun. I remember remembering this life isn't serious, that I'm supposed to dance, and I'm supposed to jive, and I'm supposed to create, and I'm supposed to just throw stuff out there. And I remember just being a spontaneous creator. I created spontaneously, I wrote spontaneously, I did videos spontaneously, I worked spontaneously. I never knew but overall, like, I was being in the spontaneity moment. The spontaneity moment, that's not a thing. And I stretched more. And I did yoga. And that felt so good. I remember going to the gym. I remember that I got my new debit card today. It's really important. And by getting that new debit card, which is great. And I remember that I painted my models before buying new models, which is my own rule, before I could play with them. That inspired me to paint them. I remember letting my heart just grind, my stomach. I remember feeling every emotion and every essence of my body, every little thing that was within me. I felt every single cell more and more. I remember feeling more alive than ever before, more connected to the moment, more connected to the day. And I remember by doing this Kylego every morning, that I connected to the day more and more. And by connecting to the day more and more and connecting to my essence and connecting what I was going to do, I created a vibrational plan for the day. And by creating that vibrational plan, I just followed it and it all just came together. And I remember today that I did Lyft and Uber, but I had a flow with it. And I remember not worrying about the money anymore, not thinking about the money that I was going to make, but instead thinking about the connections I was going to make, the people I was going to meet, and knowing that that was already taken care of. All the finances, all the survival is already taken care of. It's already done. It's already in the escrow. I don't have to do it anymore. Instead, I just trust that the vibration will come to me as I let go more and more and be more and more in this moment. More that things will be magnetically drawn to me because I won't care about them. And it's by finding my center and finding my alignment that I found this. And it was July was the best month I ever had financially. Things happened that I couldn't even imagine. Things came to me I couldn't imagine. And abundance came to me in all different ways. And August is even better. And, September was better and October was better and better and better. I was like, holy crap, doing the vibrational work, doing that Kylego work, doing the meditation is what it took to achieve and get the things that I desired. And what it took to get things that I desired was not caring about things I desired because I was in the work. I was doing the work each day. I was doing this work. I was talking through these videos. And I remember creating hundreds of Kylego videos and just doing this more and more. And then other people were joining me and we were doing this on videos together every day. And by doing the Kylegos every day, we were creating even more and more and more vibration. And we were just doing this crazy thing. And we had these flows that were coming out that were unbelievable. And we created more and more together. And I danced more. I remember I created groups. We all did the vibrational work together. And we're doing it together. I remember we created like a vibe, all came together. And we're doing this, people's lives just went boom, 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 and changed like crazy. I remember it's because we just kept on bodies and we kept on creating these intentions, and like we started a movement, a vibrational movement that we knew that we could create in a new way as a group of people together creating this new way. We created something amazing, something we couldn't even imagine, and everyone's dreams were coming true in the group, and it was so amazing. And the group just kept on growing and growing and growing, and it grew with the perfect people coming in at the perfect time, the perfect people flowing out. I had this perfect like whoosh. I remember that I danced with my hands more because I liked it. Ooh. I remember that I just enjoyed the moment, enjoyed my body. I remember enjoying my body, enjoying playing and enjoying all those sensations in your body from your legs up, just like feeling all of that. I remember that we felt And by moving our bodies and by dancing and doing the Kylegos, we created things we couldn't even create before. I remember my doing this and bringing this forward. It all happened at the perfect time in the perfect way. And I just allowed life to flow just every single way. And I remember that things happened within these videos that I couldn't even imagine. And people are just creating all these Kylego videos all over the world. And people are just creating this movement. And the more we could bring this to the world, I remember just committing to these things just changed everything. And by changing ourselves, we changed everything around us. And I remember that this essence in our heart just shined forth through all the sea. And by just doing this, he brought forth a change that we couldn't even imagine. That was so worth it. It was so worth it. And remember that we, as a society, committed to this, committed to our internal work, committed to being aware, committed to our hearts, committed to our emotions, committed to feeling everything. Because we loved ourselves. I remember that I didn't know where to go from here. In the commercial, I remember feeling tired, but that's okay. I remember feeling that come through me. And I remember feeling this thing in my root chakra deep in my butt area. And I remember allowing that to be felt, allowing it to flow through me. I remember allowing myself to just create. I remember allowing myself to be exactly where I was and to be grateful, so appreciative of exactly where I was for just this. I really feel that. I remember feeling how amazing I am. Feeling this amazingness that's within inside me. That's within inside me. Yeah, that's what I would do. Remember, just feeling deep within what's inside me, and inside within me, inside within the me that is within me, that is within you and me and me and you and oneness and consciousness that we feel all the time. I remember that I felt that deep within me, deep within me, and it felt so good. And I let that goodness feeling rush through my body and through my consciousness and every single part that I am. And I let this feeling explode inside me and let it just come in the essence that is me. I remember just allowing myself to feel this. And I allow myself to let go of all the distractions and the old self that is me. But instead doing this vibrational work and flowing this through me and allowing this to be the essence that is me. I remember allowing myself to play World of Warcraft or play a video game if I wanted to. I remember allowing myself the freedom to do whatever I wanted in the moment. I remember allowing that to flow through me. I remember allowing myself to have fun. I remember allowing myself to dance. Dance and eating. That's my new thing. Remember that I brought dancing and eating to the world. It's more efficient. Remember, I allowed to bring my full essence. Remember that I allowed myself to dance and shake and feel my body move. Remember allowing my lower body to shake. Remember allowing myself to just be, allowing my body to do whatever it wanted to do. I remember just allowing myself to be in this moment. I allowed myself to have fun with the creation process and everything that's happening, and just feel that essence flow through me, and really just allow myself to move more and just be, enjoy these little crevices of my body. And I remember that I just put my hand on my heart and said, I love you, Dan. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for being you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you so much, Danny. I love you. I remember that I just felt this deep within my heart and deep within my soul, and just allowed the music to make me feel whole. And breathe. Just breathing into my heart. I remember connecting with myself more and more, and eating more of my pasta. Hmm. I remember bringing my essence to my groups and telling Andrew about Twitch and people at Twitch, and bringing that through, and just being character. So we play different things and creating things we never thought we'd create, and maybe being drawn to different things. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to World of Warcraft, to go on Twitch and then create something. I don't know. It would be, but we just created more and more things. And instead of having things separate, like people could play video games and make money, and we could bring all of ourselves into something. I remember that we brought our full selves in everything we did, and just spontaneously created things. And I remember that we created things not because of money, that came. We created things because we just wanted to create, and we knew by creating we'd feel good all the time, and by feeling good all the time, things come to us because we are in this creative flow. Because we keep on doing these things. I remember that by constantly being in this flow and doing this thing, I felt better and better and better, and I was more connected to my vortex and more connected to that essence. For that essence, things came to me that I couldn't even imagine. And part of me didn't believe that, and I remember letting that part of me sit there, but continuing to tap into this reality anyway. Remember that I took the leap of doing the vibrational work as much as possible. And I remember that I did the Uber and Lyft and all those things minimally to stay afloat. But this is the work that I did. And it created things I couldn't even imagine. Remember that it created more people in my group. It created more love, created more essence within me. And I really had to time it and to keep myself accountable. And that's making these videos was the way to do that. Because by making videos, it kept me accountable to doing this, and it kept other people accountable to doing this. And I remember that I continued to do this over and over and over again. And I remember just continuing to connect. It was it. And people said I didn't live in reality, and people said that, you're being crazy, and but I didn't have to tell anyone what I was doing. I just did it, and then I let them know how it worked. And I remember just today, just spending time in nature, spending time with myself, and knowing that the vibration would guide me. And there's a fear in me that I'm feeling. It doesn't think it's going to work. There's a fear that everything will fall apart if I do this. And I remember that wasn't the case. It never was the case. I remember dancing that out, allowing it to come up. I felt the fear. Let it throw up out of me. Or this flow group became my full-time income. That this program, and I was making computer. Hmm. Remember that that was a reality. It happened over time, little steps here and there. Mm. Remember that it happened quicker than I could think. Remember that by doing the Kylego work and being in this essence, things came to me that I couldn't even imagine, just like being a writer for festivals. I remember that it just flowed to me. Remember that the moments flowed to me. Remember allowing this fear to dissipate. Remembering allowing this fear to go. And remember that by doing this vibrational work, I actually procrastinated so much less. I was getting more things done. I was jumping on top of things. I was in the world. I remember that I ordered a hammock. I got the perfect one. Remember that I trusted in the higher power, trusted in my higher self to guide me, trusted that when I spontaneously create like this, that things will come out of me. Trusted that my energy work works super well. And I remember that I had energy work clients and I was helping people heal their bodies with the energy work that I do. I remember it was because I kept myself in a high vibrational state. I remember I was able to travel when I wanted. I remember I had an amazing place in Golden, Colorado area that I was able to live in. Oh, God. Remember that I continued my energy work. Remember that I just followed my flow and knew all would go well. And I remember just feeling this feeling and trusting in the feeling. I remember just being in my heart, being in my soul. And I remember even meditating more today. Moment to guide me. I remember continuing to do the meditation and continuing to do the Kylegos over and over again. Because it never stops. We keep on expanding. We keep on growing. We keep on expanding. We are the universe. We are the essence of the universe interacting with each other. We are this moment in time. We are the flow of the divine. We are meant to shine, at least most of the time. We're meant to feel these emotions and let them throw up out of us because our high vibration makes it impossible for any of it to be in us. Feel ourselves in our stomach, knowing that's where we exist. Our power is down here, deep within our stomach. Remember that we took care of our bodies and took care of our earth, took care of the planet. Remember that all drugs were legalized and no one was going to jail for psychedelics. I remember that everyone was free to explore consciousness in any way they chose. I remember that that was the truth of the earth. Remember that people are being released from prison that were there for nonviolent drug charges in mass. I remember that people were free. I remember people felt free. People felt amazing. People were allowed to do what they were supposed to do. People focus on their breath. People focus on the love that they are. People focus on what was important, not money. Remember that people focused on this type of work. Remember that people found calmness, found peace, and found ease. Remember that everyone's dreams came true. And remember that we worked together as a collective to make everyone's desires come true. Remember that everyone was fed, everyone had a home. Remember that we taught happiness in school, taught positive psychology, taught kids how to meditate, taught kids how to do yoga, taught kids how to take care of their body and grow food. Remember that that was what kids learned, and to tap into this vibration. Remember that children were taught that instead of working hard and all that BS. Remember that children were free in school. I could trust their own guidance. I remember that parents allowed children to make their own decisions based on their own feelings. I remember that was the guiding light that we needed. Remember that we all worked together. Remember that we just tapped into this heart that is us. And remember that our peace within our hearts shine forth for all. Remember that we are this moment, this perfect moment, trapped within ourselves. Remember that we continue to create and continue to tap into this essence that is us. And that we created so much for the world, and we created so much for the sky, and created so much for this galaxy, and we connected with extra transformation that was needed to be brought forth. And I remember that we just allowed ourselves to feel exactly what we needed to feel. Tapped into this essence within our body. Our life was so easy and beautiful for all. We all lived together in a harmonious union of consciousness. As whole earth healed and awakened into a new realm of consciousness. And we all were there. We all felt it. This new feeling that riding through our bodies and our souls. And we tapped into this essence that is within us. We tapped into the essence that is within us. And I remember that we did this each day, as this was the work we needed to do. I remember that we allowed this to shine forth through us. As we allowed ourselves this freedom. Remember that we allowed ourselves this freedom to be, and to tap into this essence that's within us, and to feel it radiate through our body and heal us. Remember that we healed in ways we couldn't even imagine as a collective. And remember that we became one perfect conglomerate of perfection. Remember that I allowed myself to take a nap. Really good. That I allowed myself to rest. I remember that I made it. I remember congratulating myself for doing this hour-long work. Allow myself to drink water. Lots of it. And I remember just stretching. Oh, knowing all was well. Oh, and I remember just thanking myself for doing this, thanking myself for continuing to do this work. Yeah, just thanking the essence of me for being here, really being here, for being on this planet. And I thank myself for just being alive and writing and doing the work and being in my body and just and doing getting rest and integrating. Like I really thank myself for allowing myself to integrate. Like it takes a lot of courage to integrate. And I'm very thankful that I did that. I'm so thankful for my heart. I'm so thankful this for me. Thankful for me. So thankful that I did this work. Thank you for being here, Dan. Thank you for doing this. Thank you. I don't know how to end the video. Sweet, if this is in the way. Yeah, bye.